There is a fundamental misunderstanding that plagues modern relationships, a silent frustration that so many men experience, but few can name. It is the belief that love and attraction are earned through sheer effort, that by pouring more of yourself into another person, you will somehow fill them up with desire for you. But I am here to tell you that this is a beautiful, well-intentioned lie. In fact, the opposite is true. What truly captivates a woman is not the man who bends his world to fit hers, but the man who has built a world so solid, so compelling, that he simply invites her to visit. It is not about proving your value to her. It is about embodying a value that is so self-evident, it requires no proof. This is not about games. This is not about pretense. This is about understanding the subtle architecture of human psychology and the timeless nature of genuine attraction. Today we will dismantle the myth of pursuit and rebuild the foundation of what it means to be a man who is not just desired, but deeply respected. Principle 1. The power of frame. Whose reality are you in? Every single human interaction operates within what psychologists and negotiators call a frame. A frame is the unspoken context, the underlying reality that dictates the rules of engagement. When you anxiously tailor your behavior to what you think she will like, when you hang on her every word for validation, you are not being chivalrous. You are performing the ultimate act of self-abandonment. You are voluntarily stepping into her frame, and she can feel the weakness of that submission instantly. It signals that your reality is not enough, that hers is superior. The magnetic man is the holder of the frame. His reality is his own. His values, his mission, his peace, these are the non-negotiable pillars of his world. He does not beg for entry into her world. He holds the door open to his own. This is not arrogance. It is integrity. And a woman doesn't want to be your entire universe. She wants to be a cherished guest in a universe that is already rich, stable, and revolving around a sun that is you. Principle 2. Detachment as the foundation of true connection. Now let's correct a critical misdefinition. Detachment is not indifference. Indifference is cold, empty, and closed. Detachment in its truest sense is the ultimate expression of strength and security. It is the profound understanding that your wholeness is not contingent upon another person's presence or approval. Think of it as emotional gravity. A man who is emotionally frantic, whose mood swings with her texts, is like a spaceship tumbling out of control, unstable and unsafe. But a man who is detached, centered, calm and self-contained generates a gravitational pull. He becomes a stable planet. In his orbit she feels safe. She can relax, let her guard down and be her true self, because she knows your emotional well-being is not her burden to carry. You have already taken responsibility for it yourself. This is the safest space for attraction to grow. Principle 3. The allure of the unread chapter. Why mystery matters. In an age of digital oversharing, we have forgotten the power of the unknown. We confuse transparency for intimacy. But true intimacy is not built on knowing every trivial detail of a person's day. It is built on the slow, delicious unraveling of a person's depth. Mystery is not secrecy. It is the art of restraint. It is understanding that you are not a Twitter feed to be constantly updated, but a profound novel to be savored chapter by chapter. When you overshare, you rob her of the joy of discovery. You answer questions she hasn't even asked yet. But when you hold a quiet reserve, when you have a life and a mind that is not fully available for consumption, you ignite her curiosity. She begins to wonder, to inquire, to invest mental energy in figuring you out. And the person who is actively wondering about you is the person who is already becoming attached to you. Principle 4. The unbreakable link between respect and desire. You can generate laughter. You can generate excitement. But you cannot generate lasting attraction without a foundation of respect. And respect is not given. It is earned through the consistent demonstration of one thing: personal boundaries. A boundary is not a wall. It is a doorway with a clear sign that reads, "This is how I deserve to be treated." The man who cares too much abandons his boundaries for fear of loss. He tolerates disrespect, ignores red flags, and compromises his values, all to maintain the illusion of connection. But the self-possessed man holds his boundaries with calm, unshakable firmness. He communicates, through action, that his self-respect is more valuable than any woman's fleeting attention. This does not push her away. It forces her to pause and recalibrate. She thinks, this man values himself too highly to tolerate poor treatment. Therefore he must be high value. And from that respect, a genuine powerful desire is born. Principle 5. The end of performance. The radical power of presence. So many men live their romantic lives as performers on a stage, desperately auditioning for the role of boyfriend. They exhaust themselves with jokes, stories, and grand gestures. But performance is anxiety-inducing for you, and ultimately, transparent to her. What is the alternative? Presence. Presence is the act of dropping the performance and simply being in the moment, fully. It is listening not to craft your next response, but to truly understand her. It is being comfortable in silence, because your worth is not measured by your ability to entertain. A present man is a grounded man. He is not trying to extract value from the interaction, her validation. He is bringing value to it, his calm, focused attention. This is incredibly disarming and profoundly attractive. It makes her feel seen and heard in a way that no performance ever could. Principle 6. Your mission is your magnetism. When a woman says she is attracted to a man with ambition, she is not necessarily describing a CEO. She is describing a man who is passionate about his own existence, a man whose primary relationship is with his purpose, not with her. This independence is your greatest magnet. When you are consumed by a mission, whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, or improving your health, your time and attention become scarce resources. They become valuable. Your time with her is no longer a given, it is a gift. She doesn't feel like she owns you. She feels privileged to be allowed into your journey. This makes you not a satellite orbiting her, but a sun she is drawn to. The synthesis, the balanced man, the master of the paradox. All of this culminates in a single balanced man. He is not aloof, but engaged. He is not cold but warm from a place of abundance, not need. He is the master of the paradox. He cares deeply, but from a place of detachment. He is interested, but not invested in a specific outcome. He understands that the goal is not to win her, but to become the kind of man she wins by being chosen to join him. He wins her respect, not by chasing her, but by living so deeply and authentically in his own truth that she cannot look away. So stop trying to be the man who wins her over. Become the man who is already winning at life. That is the man who is not just remembered, but unforgettable.